We'll start our session today. So see, what is the software testing first of all? Okay, what is the software testing? Can you tell? Just text me your answer in chat section. What do you know about software testing? Why it's required? Okay, to test end-to-end process, Kedar, if it gives the desired result. Swati is saying it's a process to checking correctness, competence, and quality of application. Good. Okay. So there are a lot of definition you can see for software testing. Okay. Software testing is a process where we can check our application working properly or not. It meets our end user requirement or not. Okay, we need to improve our quality of application. To check there no failure in our application, we can check and determine there is zero defects. Okay, and our functional flow or our performance flow means application flow will work properly. So that kind of thing we have to do in our testing side. So in testing, as you know, there will be in this testing. Okay, in testing, you when you come to this testing side. So in our software testing also, in software testing, you will get two things. One is there were two category in our software testing. One is category is called functional test. Okay, one category is as a functional test, and second is a non-functional test. Okay, so in testing we are having two types of category. One you can say functional, and second you can say non-functional. Okay, so what is a functional and what is non-functional? So functional testing means we just check our functionality of our application. Suppose we go to gmail.com, okay, and do perform some activity in our application. Okay, 1 second, I just open it this browser. Here, when you go to gmail.com, suppose this is our web-based application, or there will be number of application we can use. Either you can use Gmail for web-based application. See, like this is a link. Okay, the sign is a link. When you click it, so click is a function. Okay, after clicking it, this link will redirect to this URL. Okay, this link, the sign in link will be redirect to this area. This is URL. Whenever, now see, whenever we are clicking again, we need to click, there will be type function written in our program. So this thing you will check into this functional test. That's come into a functional test. Functional test will be there are a lot of level in functional test. There will be unit test, then integration test. Okay, in non-functional testing you can see your system test and performance test. Okay, acceptance test. So acceptance test come to a functional test as well. So this is two criteria. So in two criteria in functional test also. Okay, I am dividing this, categorize this functional test as well. So functional test is having such two categories also. You can divide into one category called as a we can check the functional test, functional behavior of our application as a manual. Okay, some part we can check higher Ravikant automation. Okay, in functional testing you can generally do, or we can check our application either manual, or we can use automation script also. Some automation tool we can use. So what are the automation, why it's required? Okay, what is the automation, what is the need of this automation, why we are using this automation? Okay, and which kind of tools we are having. So the main question will be, if suppose whenever we are doing manual, we do manual testing of our application. Okay, so sometime or always we got delayed. Okay, suppose I am giving one live example. Suppose I am having one application that's called www.xyz.com. Okay, here there is a registration module. Okay, there is a login feature. Inside this login feature there will be forget user ID, forget password will be there. Okay, and third feature will be like, suppose bus booking. Okay, there will be hotel booking, flight booking, and utility payment. Utility payment means bill payment, kind of postpaid mobile bill, electricity bill, like that. And mobile recharge or DTH recharge, I am calling as a recharge. Okay, suppose this I am having one requirement from the client. That's the xyz.com is having this kind of requirement, like they would like to registration, login, bus booking, hotel booking, flight, utility recharge. Okay, are you getting me? See, we are having this, how many requirements will be there? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, total 7 feature will be there. One is a login, registration, bus booking, hotel booking, flight booking, utility bill payment, and recharge. So whenever we are developing this application or this website, a web application, this is actually e-commerce website, so we can develop one by one. So there will be two methodology we can use. One methodology you can use, that will be your agile approach you can follow. A second approach you can follow with V and V. What is V and V? Verification and validation process. What is happening in verification validation process? From begin, whenever we are getting requirement, at that point only QA team or tester team involved into this project. Okay, with development team. So development team will prepare his use case and unit test cases, and they will understand the requirement properly. And also QA team and testing team also, they will learn this requirement properly and do some impact analysis, or understanding the business logics, and what are the functions will be there. So according to that we can prepare our test cases. Okay, so that kind of thing we can follow in V&V approach. In agile approach, same thing will be happen there, but the end in VLV all model will be there. Okay, but agile approach we can, there will be product backlog, so we can use first, always we require registration in the page and login. So our main focus will be develop registration first, then we can move ahead one by one, like that. So same time, so this is divided into different phases, different sprint you can say. Is suppose we are using Scrum, so there will be Scrum is called sprint, and that's one kind of the product backlog will be there. So we are going to for a V&V process. Okay, So in v&v process, if suppose we are developing this application, so at the time we are getting this different we suppose in first phase they will be divided into two phases, two phase or three phase. So when one phase, suppose we want to develop these two things, registration page is also required, login is required, and there will be my account section will also there, because my account will be always required for need to check our all this thing in my account section. Also there will be some module will be like edit profile, our booking history. Okay, that kind of activity we can check into this my account section also. So first thing we require, this is first module, second module, this is you can say third module, and this is hotel is your fourth module, and this is your fifth module. So this five thing will be required in first development. Okay, so what you have to do, you can just focus for this five, and you can prepare your test case according to this. Suppose in this five module you had written almost you can say, suppose 500 test case for each module. So we are having 2500 test cases, 2500 test cases for all this five module. Okay, and so whenever we are getting this requirement or build from development team, first they will give us registration, then they will give us login. Okay, then also we can check this my account section. After registration login we are redirect to our my account section or not, that kind of. And then we can follow this booking process, hotel booking, flight booking. So whenever, as you can see, whenever we are integrating one module to one more than one module in our application, suppose xyz got registration, then login, then also my account, so these three things will be there. Now we are getting bus booking in our application, so at that time we have to do smoke test for all these three module, and also check is there any our application working properly or not. If suppose we are getting some error, so we can raise it. So in this way we are testing our application whenever our new model will be introduced in this application. So we do first round of testing will be required for this bus module, whole thing will be required. First you have to totally focus on this booking, bus booking is working properly or not, because this all three model you have already tested and this is okay. Then only you have to do some smoke testing. If suppose it to application working properly, then you can leave it. Also you can check when bus booking came to the place, came to this application, so our existing thing means registration, login and account will not affected, should work properly. So that thing you have to checking care. After that sometime we are getting billed for hotel booking. Suppose hotel booking also come to us, so hotel booking come to us, then again you have to one round of sanity test you have to do for hotel booking, that's all. Okay, okay, deeply thoroughly you have to check this hotel booking test case execution will be required. But for this bus booking login registration will be also required to test. After coming this hotel booking, that application is not affected to our another part of the application. Okay, that thing you have to check it out. So similar way you can follow for all this another feature like flight booking, utility recharge. So whenever we are we develop all this thing, suppose we develop all this five requirement, five thing. Now suppose we are saying we are introducing new feature like flight after some year later. Okay, then, and as you know there will be some standard process in our testing side. So generally in a day 50 to 60 test cases, 50 to 60 test cases in a one day. One day means there will be 8 hours, 8 working hours. Sorry, one day means 8 working hour. Okay, so in 8 working hours we can execute this 50 to 60 test cases. Suppose I am expecting 50 only. Okay, 50 test cases if suppose we can execute in a one day. So how many days it will require to execute this 2500 test case? It will be how much? How much it will require to execute this 2500 test case? Are you getting my point? Yes. Yes, Shweta. This is a 50 days. Okay. This is almost 1 month and 20 days. Okay. 1 month and 20 days it's required. And suppose we are introducing flight booking, and flight booking test case will be, suppose 1000 test case will be there. Okay, so your total test case will be now 3500. Okay, so similar way, how many days it will require for 3500 test cases you have to execute? It will be almost 70 days. Good. Okay, so 70 days, suppose we are taking to retest or re-execution of our test cases, or test execution of this 1000 test case and re-execution of this 2500 test case will take 50 days. So our client will go away. Our client will go away because today market is very challenging and very tough to serve in the market because there are a lot of competence. Market is very competency right now. So they would like to execute those all test case with very deliver this product very soon. Okay, so avoiding this thing, this 50 days, suppose we are using this execution of this 2500 test case, so we can reduce this either. So there will be, suppose your manager is asking or saying you have to complete this 2500 execution is 5 days. We do not have time. We suppose we can extend most to most 1 week. Okay, most to most 1 week. So how can be possible? Okay, so possible will like when we use some kind of testing tools, some automation testing tools, so that will help us to execute this all test case we know inside in a week. So if suppose you will look it in this our automation side. So this all execution of 3500 test case in 2500, so it will taken care by this automation side. So this is because whenever you're executing this 2500 test case in 50 days, so it will be there, you can say there will be time consuming, and also your resource cost will be increasing because 1 month and 20 days, so almost 1.5 month salary will be uh, means organizationally company will be away for you, and also there will be electricity bill and something infrastructure required some. So budget is increasing whenever we are doing this manual testing for 50 and taking 50 days time. So and also we are time delay for delivering this application. So we can avoid this 50 days, we can control this 5 days. So you can say like 2500 test case in standard process also, and we got some documentation part. So in a automation side, Generally whatever test case with us, there's functional test case. So in functional test case, entire this all test case in the functional. So in functional test case we can 80 to 90%, we cannot automated our application 100%, but yes we can complete our automation, we can complete our completely, we can convert our this manual test case to automation script till 80 to 90%. So I am just taking 80%. Okay, if suppose we are using 80, we had covered convert this manual test cases automated, so how much will be? Now it will be like 2500 test case convert to automate, there will be 80%. So how much will be? There will be around 2000. Am I right? Okay. Yes. So see, now in this way, 2000 test case we had automated. How much? How many will be remain? This 500 test case only we have to do manual testing. So how many days it will take? It will take only 2 days. If suppose we are taking 50 test case we execute in one day, so in 2 days we can cover this 500. Sorry. 10 days we can in 10 days we can cover this 500 test cases. Okay, and this 2000, how many days it will take to execute this 2000 test cases? This 2000 test case has been automated now. Okay, 2000 test case has been automated, only we are having 500 test case for manual execution. So 500 test case execution will take nearby 10 days. Okay, how many days it will take? 10 days. Okay, so let me know this 2000 test cases, how many days it will take to execute? Any guess? 4 days approx. Kedar, Shweta, any guessing? Okay, depend on the script. Okay, anyone? Pallavi, Ravi? Good. Okay, fine. So we can say this 2000 test case will be take 0 days. The days will be like there you cannot say like 1 day, 2 day, 3 day, 4 day. It will be 0 days of your time. This 500 test case taking your 10 days time, but this 2000 test case will take your 0 days. How it will be? How it will be? Because when you convert this to 2000 test cases to automation script, so this script you can run at any point of time, anytime. Okay, anytime it means whenever you are working somewhere. So generally whenever you are testing your application, so you can use either a Firefox browser or Chrome browser. Okay, in your working time also. So you can focus only with one browser. Specific requirement, if suppose there you need to do some compatibility testing with browser, so you can check with the different browser at a time. But generally we are concentrated on one browser. Either we can use Firefox, either you can use Chrome or Safari, Opera, like that. Okay, so what you have to do, you can just whenever you are working in your place in your office, so you can schedule it and side by side you can execute it, all these 2000 test cases. This is one way. one way of testing your existing script. This exist script for 2000 test cases. You can side by side, whenever you are executing this 500 test case in your office time, at the time you can execute this 200 test case side by side. This is one approach. Second approach will be, whenever you are leaving after finishing your work in a day, end of the day, you can schedule it for midnight. Okay, you can schedule it execution for midnight of this automated script. So on behalf of you, this tool will help you to execute this all 2000 test case in midnight or whatever time you define there, and it will give you result. And those results you can see next day when you reach your office. When you open your system, then you can see your 2000 test case has been executed and you got a result. Okay, that's so your effort, your time, or your working time is not impacted here. Okay, for execution of this 2000 test case, the your effort, only to take for writing a script for this 200 test case only. For execution point of view, we do not take any number of days. Okay, only we schedule it. Our system will in the office, or our system will responsible, or our this automation tool, which tool we are having. So I will tell you the tool will be. So the automation tool will help us to execute this 2000 test cases. Now see, suppose we are introducing 1000 test cases inside our also. So we are having this 3500. So only we have to take manually this 500 plus 1000, because this 1000 test case is new for us, new feature. So we have to also just recognize, remember this thing, whenever we are getting new feature in our application, so our automation script will be ready to execute our existing application, existing feature. But for new feature, first round of testing will be always manual. First round of automation, first round of testing we should be always manual, because whenever we are getting showstopper in manual testing only, we cannot prepare our script as well. So whenever we are getting this new feature, new application, new module in our application, like hotel booking or flight booking, so this 1000 test case we have to execute manually. If suppose this 1000 test case is working properly, then we can start writing a script for this specific module. And so in this 1000 test case, all 1000 test case will not possible to do automate. We can completely 80% of this automation script we can do. Like see, in this 1000, like 800 will be automated, and remaining 2000 will be manual. Sorry, 200 will be manual. Okay, so for whole thing, this 3500 test cases, we had automated almost 2800. 2800 test case should be automated. Only we are having 700 test cases with us. Okay, so you can complete this all test case in a 15 days. Suppose one person is executing this application, so he will take 14 days of time to execute this application. Suppose we can increase our resource, so it will take only 4 to 5 days. Okay, so in this way we can control our all execution, all our application. And what are the tools? So tools available in the market, they will like licensed product, or that will be your open source. So generally in today market, we can reducing company are looking for some low budget, or they are also saving some cost of the uh, application development. Okay, whenever we are developing any applications, we need to reduce some budget. So reducing budget, same thing if suppose we are getting in open source tools, so we can generally prefer to use those open source tool. Okay, so first Like, as you know, the QTP, right now the QTP name is Unified Functional Testing Tool. Unified Functional Testing Tools, that is called UFT. This is today QTP is name changed to, and getting some new features inside this, that's called UFT. In UFT there'll be, you can do functional testing as well as your web service testing as well. Okay, so UFT is there, Selenium is there. Okay, test complete, runner X, uh, app test, test complete, Watir, soap UI. So there are a lot of tools available for do automation. Okay, so why we are generally focused to this Selenium? Why company they looking to use Selenium? So when you check how many automation tools, how many testing automation tools available in the globe are our software testing in the field, so you can see there are a lot of tools you can find there. Okay, so generally we are today, when you see, Selenium is require more than another open source. So why it is required? Because Selenium is one open source web-based functional testing tool. Also, we can consider as a performance testing tools also for some time. Okay, so Selenium is giving us lot of thing in a one platform. Okay, Selenium is open source web-based functional testing tools and also consider as a performance testing tool. Okay, and it's give us multiple support means it is supporting, Selenium is support multiple browser, it support multiple operating system, it supports multiple programming language. Okay, so uh, these all are our automation tools. So how it's important for us, the automation tools, whenever we are using this automation tool for our application, so you can see here we can reduce our time crunch. It will take around 70 days of time for whole execution of this 500 test cases. Okay, now you can complete this execution is 14 days of time, so you can reduce your whole days. How many days it will be? You have saved uh, almost 56 days. You can see here you have saved your 56 days of time. This very large gap you can see here. Okay, so similar way, whenever you will get this new features, utility bill payment and recharge also, so that time will be same concept will there. So in a 1 month we can deliver this application to the client. Okay, so, and also testing is a very time consuming section in our SDLC process. Generally you are taking, you can see here in SDLC, we are having 6 phases. First is your requirement section, second is our design, then code, then test, and then implement, and then maintenance. So these are 6 stages in our SDLC. So in SDLC, very time consuming section will be our this testing section, because what happen, we do requirement analysis, we design our test case. So from here you can see the testing is started from here. Development team will be work only for this section requirement change, then they will design blown data flow diagram, and a lot of things they will do. Then test, they will prepare his script, functional script and database side front end, the development that will be done. Till the time we are creating our test case here, we are not stopping anywhere. We just thinking about our application and our logics, and we are preparing our test case in these areas. Whenever we are getting build from the development team, we do execution of our all test case. After the here also you can see your defect life cycle will be there. So defect life cycle, whenever you got any bugs, so you will raise it to the development team, they will fix it. Then again you had testing, then there will be testing is remaining same. So testing will very impacted area in this SDLC process whenever we are developing any application in our any IT industries or anything. If you suppose your product based company, like non there's a you can say, what you can say, mechanical also, so they're also following this SDLC approach, but the thing will be different. Okay, everywhere whenever we are also making a tea coffee in our home, also this thing will be applicable there. Requirements of tea, milk, water and tea and plot is pots, designing how we make it. Okay, process will be there. Coding means you construct this thing, and testing means take when you check your tea is making properly and there's sugar less, sugar high, like that, implement then maintenance, like that. So everywhere you can follow this SDLC, and also there will be STLC approach. STLC, that's for our testing cycle. Okay, so this thing will be always implemented, always in taking care of this. So testing will very use you can say main part of your SDLC process whenever developing our application. So uh, so time is, that's why company are looking some kind of automation tool where we can save our time and we can deliver our product to the client very soon. And also our team member, the employees, will some peace of mind, you can say, because whenever we stuck somewhere in we long time we are working some single project, so sometimes we are hesitate to work on that. Okay, so this will be very important to move one project to another project, so we can learn also a lot of things with a different domain or different project as like that. And also this will be help us, automation will help us, like see, whenever we are in defect life cycle, this will happen. Sometime the testing team member and the development team member will be fight might by maybe somewhere. So we avoiding this thing also here, because see, whenever we raised one bug to the development team, they opened this and they said duplicate, or they said like it is not required, this is not a bug. Okay, sometime you will raise bug and the bug they resolve come to us for retest. We testing, again we find same bug, it is not solved properly, again we can send to them with reopen. So the cycle of the bug life cycle will be running on. So that time very bad impression will be come to us for the developer who is developing or who is resolving this application, those bug. Okay, so once we test properly, second time we do test properly, third time suppose same thing will happen, same user story will be there. So we are, so then our testing focus area will be change. Okay, sometimes some part of time we are not testing properly, we avoiding some steps because we know there will be some error like that. Okay, so avoiding those things we can use this automation, because in automation script or automation tool, whatever instruction we had put it down into this our script, so that will be line by line and it will be execute number of times. How many number you would like to execute? Suppose one test script you like to execute multiple times, 100 times, 1000 times, you can do. But for human, if suppose you tell someone to, you can execute, you execute this test case this much time, that member will be bored. It will not work properly. Okay, so this is a human being. Okay, so automation is a standard process of our manual process. Whatever manual thing we are do, we just write it down and we define the steps in our script, and that script will be running on multiple times. Okay, live example, if suppose in real life example I will give you, whenever we are traveling somewhere by train. Okay, so in platform you can see what is a common thing. What is a common thing you can see? Just giving you train number. Train number is common thing. Platform, which platform this train will be coming from there, which time it will departure, which time it will arriving. So train name and platform will be common thing. So before, we do not have system in railways, so that time they are using some, if you know the some traditional way, so there will be some bell will hitting, and they're uh, saying to the passengers like train is coming, like that. But now after coming system and after they are using this software also, just they will put the train name and which platform it's coming or arriving or departing from this platform. So only they will put the train number and platform and departure time, and that's only this thing. Automatically the our service will work, and service will convert to, there will be in Java we are having those kind of program where you can convert your text to voice. Okay, in Java we are having those function where you can just write those text. Suppose hi Shweta, suppose you are typing there, yeah, hi Ravi, you can type here. So this text will be pronounced by our system. So this thing will be there. So this will be help us. Like, see, there are a lot of train. We are, you can see in Mumbai. So lot of train passing by one station to another station. Okay, number of trains departing from CST, number of trains coming arriving to CST or Kurla LTT, like that. So you can see they had automated process. So the process is automated. So the employee of the inquiry center who is sitting there, he is some time he feeling relaxed because there is some number of questions will be there. Okay, so automation thing, automation tool, our automation process will help us. Automation thing, sometime we are getting question like whenever any company are using automation tool or some kind of automated process, if suppose coming there, so they are uh, you can say some kind of um, bad impression coming to the company, like if suppose automated process come to our organization, then we can pull out from the organization. We they will uh, they will leave us, or we have to leave this company, like that. So this not happen anywhere. Okay, automation process will always come for our uh, help or our advantage, you can say. Automated process will help us to skill up, and also we can save our time, we can deliver very fast those application. So for that we are using this automation testing or any kind of automation process we are follow for any kind of application. There will be our IT software product, software application, or you can use your mechanical application as well. Okay, so the main part of our discussion will be our Selenium. So what is a Selenium? Guys, do you have any query? Okay, fine. So let's move ahead. Uh, where is it? Skip tool. Skip. No, 1 second. I'm saving this. Okay. So now we can see this Selenium. So what is Selenium? As I said, Selenium is open source functional testing tools. Open source web based functional testing tools. Why I'm saying here web based? Because Selenium will work only for web based application. So the requirement of Selenium will be our internet connectivity in our system. Okay, we cannot test our any desktop application like calculator, notepad, paint, like that. So this kind of application, if suppose we are having in our system and would like to test it, so we, sorry to say, we cannot test desktop application or client server architecture platform application in this tool. Only we can test our web based application like http, like www.google.com, www.gmail.com, flipkart.com, amazon.com, any kind of, so whichever will be available in our website. Yes, sometime if suppose you do not have internet your home, and you would like to use Selenium tool, you like to practice, so that time you can smartly, you can do like this. Just prepare one script with HTML format. Okay, you can prepare like HTML format text or form, then you can use, because HTML page is behaving like web browser. Whenever you would like to execute this, so require web browser. So web browser is required, that's why this HTML extension file you can execute with Selenium. Okay, we'll see with practical this one. Okay, how can we use it with HTML sometime. So one thing is our open source open source and web-based functional testing tools. Second, support number of programming language. It support number of programming language. Also support, you can say, multiple browser. PL means multiple programming language. Which are the programming language? That's called Java, C Sharp, Ruby, Python, PHP, JavaScript. Okay, these are our programming language, and the scripting language are supported by. Okay, and supporting by multiple browser means it will be your first will be your Firefox browser, Mozilla Firefox, then it support Chrome, then it supports Internet Explorer, Opera, and Safari. So all these 5 browser supported by Selenium. Okay. Another advantage you can see, Distributed test case. You can distribute your test case with any environment. So one most important advantage you can see, write once and execute anywhere. Okay, write once and execute anywhere. It means, suppose right now I am having window application, okay, window platform. This is a Windows 7 in my machine. So when I will prepare our script in window environment, window platform, that script will execute with the different environment like uh, another operating system like Linux or Mac. Okay, once when we creating a script in window, that script will be possible to execute in this Linux or Mac operating system as well. So vice versa also. Okay, when you write your script in Linux and you would like to execute it window and Mac, it is possible. Whenever we prepare your script in Mac and would like to execute Linux and Windows, this is also possible. So the cross operating system supported by Selenium. Okay, and distributed test case means is like we see in our existing example. If suppose we are having number of test cases, suppose this application xyz.com, suppose 10,000 test case will be there. Okay, 10,000 test case will be there. So this 10,000 test case we can execute single machine or we can execute with different environment. Different environment means you can distribute this 10,000 test case with 5 system, like 2,000 test cases in one system and 2,000 system remaining, like 2,000 test case will be different environment like that. So either you can in window platform only you can distribute your test case 5 times. Okay, in 5 different system you can distribute 2,000 like that. Okay, this 2,000 you can, so one in a single system, suppose you are divided into this 5 browser, like you can see this I, Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Opera like that. So one system also you can execute like this. Okay, same thing for Linux. If also you would like to do for Linux, you can do. For Mac you can do. Also you can define, if suppose 2,000 test cases you would like to execute in Windows, 2,000 test cases you would like to execute in Linux, or 2,000 test cases you would like to Mac. So that is also possible. So the distribution of test case will be very most beneficial for Selenium, because this kind of feature you cannot get any another tool for distribution test case. So distribution test case will help us, because see in Selenium you can see there are a lot of our component. There's component based feature will be there. How many component will be there in Selenium? Selenium is having 4 component. One is your Selenium IDE. One component is, second component is Selenium 1.0. Also we can call as a Selenium remote control or Selenium RC. Generally we know by Selenium RC. Okay, and third thing, third component will be Selenium 2.0, or we can call as a web driver. Okay, and fourth component is our Selenium grid. Selenium grid having 2 versions, 1.0 and 2.0. This is a 2 version. This older version 1.0 is, but today we are having 2.0 version. Okay, so this 4 component you can see into the Selenium. So each component having separate feature or separate behavior, you can say. Selenium ID. What is Selenium ID? We can see. So what is Selenium RC? What is the WebDriver? What is grid? So with the grid, this Selenium grid, with the help of this Selenium grid, we can do distributed test cases with the help of Selenium grid. So how can we distribute? We can see when we learn Selenium grid. Okay, how can we execute our single test case with multiple environment? That thing we can see in our next class, means whenever we reach to Selenium grid section. At the time I will tell you how we can distribute our test case with multiple environment and how can we execute those things. Okay, also we can test our database. We can verify our database side. Database testing will also possible with the help of this WebDriver. Okay, Selenium WebDriver will help us to do database testing as well. Database testing will be one most important thing you can see whenever we are registering some our some form. We are filling some form. That form we are putting our name, last name, email ID, mobile number. So that entire information, whatever information we are putting the form, same thing will be stored in our database as well. It should not mismatch, like first pet first name column always get first name. It should not get our last name or email ID, mobile number, like that. And also the value we are defining in our program, suppose first name will be like a string or worker, so it's always uh, as per our defined data types, it will always accept those kind of values. So that thing we can check it into database side. Also we can check it front end. If suppose front end is accepting, so our database script should not allow those kind of activity. So that thing we can see. And also whenever we do database testing side. Okay, and there are a lot of mm, requirement for Selenium ID. Selenium ID is plugin of Firefox browser, so it is only work for Firefox browser. So what is use of Selenium ID? If suppose it is not work with a different browser, so how can we use it? So Selenium ID also help us to prepare test script, and those test script we can execute with multiple browser. As I know, as I tell you, and also you know, Selenium ID only work with Firefox browser, but we can, there will be one option where you can use this Selenium ID script with a different browser. So how can we do that? Will teach you whenever we start our Selenium WebDriver. Okay, then there will be, we are going to and using the language, which language we would like to. So we will focus into Java. Okay, we'll complete our this session of Selenium with Java programming language. So sometime we are getting question, sir, I do not have experience in Java, how can we go ahead? So the very easy way, Java, it means you don't understand this advanced Java. This is only core Java. Some basic thing will be required. And during this Selenium course, during this creating a script, okay, you will learn Java. It is very easy. Okay, in our class, in our education time, when you remember your whenever you do BSc or BIT or MCA, MCM, anyone, anywhere you are learning, sometimes you know Java or C++ we are aware about. So same concept will be there. Then nothing worry about that. You can very easy, I will tell you the process. It will be easy to use, and also you will very easily maintain your script also. During this Selenium you can learn Java as well. So there one other opportunity with you, that after doing this, you are not become a tester only, you become a software development testing engineer, like you are partial developer. You can found yourself, you will develop your skill, and you had become a developer. when, and that is your choice, and that is your experience, how many times you are using different applications. So whenever you're trying to execute and trying to write the program, then you are also move to development team also. You're not audible. Hello, Swati, are you listening me? Sorry. Yes, Shweta. Kedar, I think you are disconnected, so just check your system once. Okay. Okay. So, do you have any query? So, I am stopping here. We'll see. We'll start Selenium ID from tomorrow. So, if you have any query, so just let me know. We'll answer you one by one. I had unmuted, so you can tell me also.
Chand,
Yeah.
Kedar here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I just wanted to understand what level of coding are we looking at? If I'm talking about the Java coding here,
Mm-hmm. So there's very
what level of coding?
yes. Level of coding, it means the C. There's very beginner code. There's no high fundo coding we do not require here. Only the basic thing like how we are calling one class to another class, okay, and how we are preparing the class. So that is very basic thing. Basic programming will be required. Okay, very basic thing will be required.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
I will tell you that time when we reach to the web
Yeah,
development
yeah, sure.
part. Okay, so that time I will say you and I will show you how level of code required to write the test. Generally, in a practice, you had when you I'm sorry to say, which graduation you had done?
Yeah, I've done my B. Yeah,
BE in which
B in electronics. So yeah, that is not.
Okay. Yes, I understand. Yes, no problem. So see, there'll be there will core Java part like what is a object, class, array, string, and how can we read and write our Excel sheet. Only these three
Okay.
things will be required.
Okay, got it. Yeah,
Okay,
sure.
so very basic Java concept will be required. No, and OOPS concept will be there. OOPS concept is generally we are introducing Java as well.
Got it.
So OOPS concept is string, array, and file input output, some exception handle. So only these 4 5 thing will be required in Java, not more than that. Very basic
Okay,
Java.
got it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, guys. So do you have any more query?
Sir, hi Shweta here.
Yes, Shweta.
I just want to know, as Selenium supports only for the web-based applications,
Hmm.
so is there any tool which we can use for standalone as well as for the web applications?
See, it is having such third-party tool. It is not having the inbuilt functionality in Selenium. We are having a third-party tool like Auto IT. Okay, one second, I'm writing here. One is Auto IT, and second is Sikuli. So this is the two third-party tool. With the help of this tool, we can just use some kind of desktop testing. Desktop testing, it means like suppose some file would like to upload or download. So whenever we are downloading some file from web-based application, so we have to save somewhere. So that thing we can track our, we can fetch our folder location and we can save it. And also suppose you like to upload some file to web-based application, so that time you can use this and you can retrieve your file from your system and you can upload it. So for that concept only you can use this auto IT and security tool. And apart from that, like suppose you would like to do some activities like suppose calculator. Calculator is our desktop application. Okay, so here suppose 2 into 2, suppose you like to do like this, 5 into 3, we need to check this 5 into 6 equal 30 is coming or not. So it is not possible. Only upload and download a file will be possible, and we can control with this auto IT and securely.
Okay, there's one question
Hmm.
that in e-commerce,
Mhm.
sorry, in e-learning, there are some courses which we can complete offline.
Mhm.
Okay, so for doing the testing of that through the automation tool,
Mhm.
is SQLi is usable for that or not?
Yeah, securely is there. Securely is there. Securely is help you.
Okay. So we suppose we are completing one of the course manually and we are writing the script for that.
Mhm.
So through the SQL, we can do the automation testing. Means we can execute that number of times.
No, no, you have to write your script in Selenium only, and
Okay.
you have to write script in Selenium only. Just you can integrate it with SQLi. So SQLi, whatever the supporting file will be integrated with Selenium. So whenever you execute your Selenium script, so that automatically your SQLi will perform.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question.
Yeah.
Sandeep here. Uh, I know basic Java, but my optimization is not good.
Okay.
I mean, I know procedure. Actually, object-oriented is very easy, but I like the way of procedure writing.
Mhm.
So I'm very good in procedure writing.
Mhm.
So it takes script to take long time.
Mhm.
So can you teach me optimization as well in this class?
Mm, Programming optimization. Mm,
Because look, if you are learning here
mhm.
uh, automation,
Yeah.
then there is a different way of writing scripts, right?
Yes, 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 definitely.
Their logic can be different.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So there is one logic which make the script run faster.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so
So
optimization part we can see. I will give you three types of writing the script. Okay, so
okay,
one is very, you can see there will be hard coded, then be dynamic, and also there will be parameterization. And your optimization part I will understand. So also there will be there will be in you can see in your syllabus there will be POM. There's a page object model and the page factory will be there. So with the help of these two things, page object and page factory, we can reduce our and we can optimize our script.
okay,
So surely I will help
okay.
you
Thanks.
on that, no problem.
Okay.
Any more query, guys?
Hi. What time are we starting tomorrow? As in the same time or
Yeah, yeah, same time. So tomorrow same time at 30.
8:30, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So thanks guys joining for first class of Selenium. See you tomorrow. Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah. Thanks.
Have a
Bye.
great day.
Okay.